Today, we will look at question 45 of the Shorter Catechism question. Once again, I'll read the question and let the congregation read in unison the answer with me. Question 45 states, which is the first commandment? The answer? The first commandment is, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now, as our lovely deacons have addressed throughout these past couple of weeks, we have seen the process of thought, the logical thinking that is the moral law. And so, to avoid being redundant, I will just turn back your minds to when I was here before. The uniform theme that the summation of the Ten Commandments is very clear: to love the Lord your God and to love your fellow man. Here now, our question provides us now how to. We see the first bylaw of 10 to understand that summation of the law. So what I want to address here, my time is short, and to be very simplistic, is that it is very clear in the words, thou shalt have no other gods before me. But what's been interesting has to be the understanding that if the law has been provided, thou shalt have no other gods before me, what is it trying to convey? Is it stating that we have a propensity to give our adoration to something other than the true triune God? Yes. Is it stating that we, as men, fallen in our sin, have a propensity to highlight ourselves above our God, the true God? Yes. So, in this very commandment, this bylaw is making very clear that you are to abstain from such feelings. Why is it important to understand that in that particular law, that law has to be the first one? There are many theories. I won't address them. But when you have a mind and focus towards the true God, you will then understand how prevalent, how jealous, how rightful he is for his authority, for his adoration, and for his glory he covets. Because you see here, from the first table of the law, do we see the outworking flow to the second. So to have your attention at focus only on him, will you then understand his attributes? Will you then understand his love? And then would you understand his adoration he expects from you, so that you to see that whatever you do, it is to come from him and from him alone. You're not to look to the world. You're not to look to yourself. You only look to him, and your attention is at him alone. Question 99 of the Larger Catechism stated to us, what are we to observe with the right understanding of the Ten Commandments? And I used this so we can apply it to the first, and I thought it was very proper. Because in the first commandment, it states, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So therefore, we see a sin that is forbidden. Okay? We see a sin that is forbidden, and in doing so, the contrary is to that duty what is commanded, to love God and to obey him only. Again, the question is stating here, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thus far, we see what God forbids, and therefore in no time are we at any point, whether it is today, whether you leave from here, whether it's at work, you are not to have no other gods before the true triune God. One of their other answers state that what is forbidden to ourselves, we are bound and according to our places, and that it may be avoided to perform that sin and to perform it with others. So if you see someone clearly giving adoration to something other than properly supposed to be atoned to the Lord your God, you are to make note and say, I cannot do this. I cannot be involved in your sin, for I know that my adoration belongs to the one and true God. In conclusion, I want to leave you with this verse, with the Messiah stating himself. While he was being tempted by Satan, Satan said to him, all these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me. And then Jesus said to him, go, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only. If the Messiah can make it very clear what God is expected of you, then you can see why this first commandment is very, very understanding and without any doubt. Thou shalt serve no other God before me.